championship run. And on the water, going for the gold, it's the women's lightweight fours with Seattle in lane 1, Oakland Strokes in lane 2, Marion Mercy Academy in lane 3, New Trier in lane 4, Holy Names in lane 5, and Capital in lane 6. Quite some exciting semifinals yesterday with a photo finish for Marion Mercy Academy and Holy Names in their semifinal, and then New Trier taking home their semifinal win by 2.5 seconds over the boat from Oakland Strokes. But I'm sure Oakland Strokes will want to get that back today for certain.
Yeah, and Oakland Strokes you see sitting in third place to my eye. It's Marion Mercy just slightly out in front of that boat that they barely beat in the semifinal, Holy Names. Holy Names finished third last year, so they want to improve upon that. As we approach 500 meters, you see that little sign next to the building. That's the 500-meter point in our 2017 World Championship race course here at Nathan Benderson Park. It's the Gold Blades right now, Marion Mercy out in front. And again, this coxswain, we talked about the coxswains and the bow loader fours. This coxswain can see competitors at this point. She's not so far ahead, and she can see out of the corner of her eye. She definitely knows. She can see that bow ball. You can see the bow card number 2 from Oakland just above on the race course or in the shot, and definitely can see the bow ball of that boat in lane 5 as well from Holy Names. And those are your top 3 as they move through into the second 500.
And entering the picture there too in lane 4, New Trier's bow number was beginning to show. Look at these boats, about 750 meters in, and they are still all connected together. That's just the level of competition here at the championship, Lindsay.
And we do have 2 California teams and 2 Washington teams, 2 Seattle area teams here. So those young women have probably seen each other throughout the season. Worth noting here, of these 6 crews, Holy Names is the only crew that was in this A final last year. So some trading of experience here in this A final as we come down the race course.
Oakland Strokes looks like they're gaining some ground on that lead boat from Marion Mercy Academy. So is Holy Names in lane 5. In between them, New Trier is still just about a half a boat length out of first, and all these boats separated by only about a boat length and a half, David.
And we saw Canisius as a scholastic school win the boys lightweight 4. We got a couple scholastic schools here in Marion Mercy and Holy Names trying to win the women's version of this event. And it doesn't happen a whole lot here at Youth Nationals. It happens sometimes in the smaller boats more so than the bigger boats. But it's great to see a high school, all of the athletes going to the same high school, beating out these clubs. And Marion Mercy holding strong here, still has the lead at the halfway point as they come through 1,000 meters. They got to regroup and say, okay, we've won it to 1,000 meters. Or if you're in one of these other boats that is connected with the leader, okay, we're connected. We just got to find a little bit more boat speed over this next 1,000. And it starts with this really crucial third 500 where it really starts to show what type of fitness, what type of work these teams have put in during the season.
0.4 of a second separate first and second. It's Oakland Strokes who've been walking up a little bit on Holy Names. A little bit on Marion Mercy Academy. Holy Names right there, just less than a second behind them. And then we have New Trier, we have Capital in the outside lane, with Seattle in the outside lane, still maintaining contact, but we'll see if there's any separation as they enter the second half of this race.
Out of the times that we saw from the semis yesterday, only about 5 seconds separated these 6 crews. And 5 seconds is really only about a boat length and a half total from one bow ball to the stern deck of the next crew that comes all the way down the course. So from 1st to 6th today, this is going to be extremely close all the way across, as you would expect in an A final like this. And as they move into this third 500 through this portion of the race, will somebody assert themselves and make a little bit of separation here? But right now, everyone is putting pressure on everyone, saying, I'm going to be 1 stroke tougher than you. We are going to break you. But no one is really giving in here. So good for the experience and good for the mindset of these young athletes.
We're kind of seeing the bow of Holy Names begin to catch up with Marion Mercy Academy, but then I saw that Marion Mercy Academy boat begin to pull back away from that bow. Oakland Strokes trying to keep up, but it looks like that Marion Mercy Academy boat is beginning to separate themselves from the rest of the pack and gain some more lead. Oakland Strokes was moving up on them, and now Oakland Strokes is moving back on them as they go past the 1,500 mark with just 500 to go in this gold medal race for the women's lightweight fours.
All the medals still up for grabs. Marion Mercy hanging on to first place, trying to go start to finish and trying to to lead this thing from the get-go and lead it all the way to our finish line here at Nathan Benderson Park. Oakland Strokes, with a very strong third 500, pushed themselves into second place, as you saw in the times, with Holy Names in third place. But New Trier, you see them there with the blue and green blades. They are still in the mix. Every medal is up for grabs here. Can Marion Mercy hang on with those gold blades in lane 3? They are out in front still. You see them on the picture, and you're going to see them as they come down along the island here at Nathan Benderson Park and approach those red buoys for 250 meters left. It's Marion Mercy out in front, and then we just have a dogfight for the rest of the medals. You've got Oakland Strokes and really pushing up hard, finding a lot of speed as Holy Names right now.
Oh, look at that boat move there, Lindsay.
You could see them as they started. They knew that those red buoys were coming, and you could see Holy Names decide to take up the rate just a little bit sooner, to start their sprint a little bit sooner, maybe knowing that Marion Mercy would potentially do the same thing. So those are the two crews, Marion Mercy and Holy Names, that you saw decide to start sprinting sooner. And look here at Oakland Strokes and New Trier just pushing themselves in there. Will the boat from New Trier decide to raise the rate just a little bit, as long as they can stay effective to move into one of those medal spots?
It was a photo finish yesterday between Marion Mercy and Holy Names. It might be a photo finish again today. Marion Mercy beginning to pour it on, but Holy Names beginning to answer that call. Marion Mercy feeling the pressure, but here comes Holy Names, and coming up on the in between them is New Trier, and they're coming to the line in the women's lightweight fours. It is Marion Mercy Academy winning the gold, with Holy Names for the silver. New Trier gets the bronze. Then Oakland Strokes, the Seattle boat, and Capital in that order. What a race in the women's lightweight fours here at the national championship.
Yeah, Oakland Strokes was in second place at 500 to go, and dropped to fourth. So that is what we've seen all morning. We have seen positions change, medal positions change in the last 500 meters, and we see it yet again in the women's lightweight four.